Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Red Pill Road. It's been 4 long weeks since Beijing Biden took the helm, so we thought we'd do a little review, starting properly, of course, with the departure of our former president, Donald J. Trump. On January 20th, ABC News reported, Donald Trump leaves White House for last time as president. Says departure not a long-term goodbye. We certainly hope not, Mr. President. We hope it's not a long-term goodbye. Farewell speech delivered from Joint Base Andrews before Inauguration 2021. And for a fleeting moment, it appeared as if ABC would actually report news in an unbiased fashion. The article goes on to say, "Is presidency over? Donald Trump bid farewell to Washington on Wednesday, but also hinted at a comeback despite a legacy of chaos." Well, here they go. Like I said, a fleeting moment, but a moment just the same. Despite a legacy of chaos, tumult, and bitter division in the country he led for 4 years. Well, that's because you libtard morons couldn't shut up for 1 damn minute. Not 1 minute could you shut your freaking pie holes. All we heard for the last 5 years, day in and day out, was Orange Man bad. And P.S. Every ounce of the chaos, tumult, and division was manufactured and propagated by you demtards. Every ounce. Okay, back to the article. Goodbye, we love you. We will be back in some form, Trump told supporters at Joint Base Andrews in Maryland, where he received a 21-gun salute as part of a military send-off before boarding Air Force One for his last time as president. A sad moment for America, but Godspeed, Mr. President, Godspeed. A few hours later, with Court Jester Roberts presiding, Beijing Biden slurred his way through the oath of office and became the 46th President of the United States.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
Office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
And the shit hit the fan. The Biden family then made their march on the White House, and it was all downhill from there. Mr. Potato Head barely had his coat off before he plunged neck deep into an executive order signing frenzy that conjures up visions of what Michael Moore might look like at a free, all-you-can-eat dinner buffet at Hooters.
Hey, Ashley! I know what car is your car.
Well, this is going to be the first of many engagements we're going to have in here. And I thought with the state of the nation today, there's no time to waste, get to work immediately.
As was indicated earlier, we're going to be signing a number of executive orders over the next several days of the week. And I'm going to start today. The compounding crisis of COVID, COVID-19, along with the economic crisis following that, and climate crisis, racial equity issues. And
I'm going to start by keeping the promises I made to the American people. I'm going to start by keeping the promises I made to the American people.
I'm going to start by keeping the promises I made to the American people.
I just wanted to make sure we heard that right, but we'll circle back to that in another video.
And the first order I'm going to be signing here relates to COVID, and it's requiring, as I said all along, where I have authority, mandating masks be worn, social distancing be kept on federal property, on interstate commerce, etc. So this is the first one I'm signing. And the second one I'm signing here is the support for underserved communities. And
the third one I'm going to sign, and that's what I'm going to do while you're all here, is the commitment I made that we're going to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord as of today.
Okay, so at this juncture, there are several things that I think are worth pointing out. First, if I'm counting it right, there's a remaining stack of 13 proclamations, memorandums, and executive orders that remain to be signed, yet the one he's about to sign is the last one he's going to sign in the presence of the media and/or the public. Why is that? I mean, wouldn't they want to revel in their victory? Wasn't this the cleanest election in the history of presidential elections? Wasn't he the most popular candidate of all time, receiving the most votes ever for the office of president in the history of the country? Something smells a little funny here. Adding to the stench is the very instant his pen hits the paper, you can hear one of his handlers shooing the press out of the room immediately in an effort to shield him from taking any questions whatsoever. Again, why? I mean, shouldn't they be toasting marshmallows and breaking into a chorus of Kumbaya?
Thank you.
Mr. President, what did President Trump write to you?
You guys, let's go. Please, let's go.
The President
Come on, you guys.
wrote a very generous letter. However, it's because it was private, I will not talk about it until I talk to him, but it was generous.
And then came day 2.
This executive order I'm signing is strengthening the supply chain.
This next one is keeping workers safe. How to do that. This next one is ensuring equitable response. Traveling in America, this is the promoting safe travel. This next one is setting up the pandemic testing board. Studying the Safe Schools Initiative. This next one is
Dictating the COVID data that has to be maintained and recorded.
Dictating the COVID data that has to be maintained and recorded.
next one is making sure that the National Guard and FEMA support is available. This next one relates to expanding access to care and treatment for COVID-19.
And the last one is our Global Response Directive.
So at this point, we have an instant replay of day one in that Biden's resident animal control officer attempts to herd the lapdog media out of the room immediately before they can inundate Mr. Potato Head with questions that he can't answer. However, despite her best efforts, one of them managed to get a question off. Now, I don't know if it was intentional, but as puppies often do when they're being playful, this one managed to nip Biden in the ass with a question regarding the current goal of COVID vaccinations. Now, I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, President Trump and his team had already negotiated with the pharmaceutical companies for that figure of 100 million doses by early springtime. Needless to say, Biden didn't like it and responded in typical fashion. 1 part smug, 1 part aggressive, and 2 parts plagiarism.
Mr. President, you said the goal at 100 million vaccines.
Thank you, guys.
Is that high enough? Shouldn't you set the bar higher? That's basically where the U.S. is right now.
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible. Come on, give me a break, man.
Come on, you guys.
That's a good start. 100 million. Thank you.
Let's go, Chris, let's go.
You can say a lot of things about Beijing Biden, but you can't say he didn't warn you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been dumb. And I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.